What's your 3 favourite songs? I'll go first.
Go on then.
I picked 4.
Go on then.
4.
I genuinely did. I even wrote down here 4 because I'm picking 4 because I can. So the first one is Repeat.
Oh, big tune.
With Coffee.
Big tune.
Big up Coffee on the Grammy.
Have you watched
youngest female ever to win a Grammy and first female to win a reggae?
Have you watched her Tiny Desk?
Yeah,
it's sick. It's
He's
so
so talented.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
That one, Fortune Teller. Oh, you know. And they have a Fortune Teller. That thing is a mad thing. No Denying, because I know I banged that, but
TSB. TSB.
Bro, and Must Be.
Fire. Must be. It's cool.
Like that song, I played at my work Christmas party, and the reaction they got, and it just came out. That's when I realized, that song is amazing. That song.
Yeah.
I think that's my 3 favorite songs. 4. People I do at one.
All right. So mine are No Denying, Repeat, and definitely Play.
Play. Oh,
Burna Boy. Yeah. My other
I know I've got like serious Burna Boy bias. I just think like any tune that he's on is just sick.
Do you know the thing about Burna Boy? I realized he's just the second coming of Fela Kuti.
Basically.
That guy is so talented at just like.
Apparently he made Ye in like 10 minutes.
But said he made Ye 10 minutes.
10 minutes, fam.
I mean, most of the song is just
like,
yeah.
Fam,
I mean,
apparently, he told a story in the interview. He was waved in a club. Some random producer was there, and then the studio was like upstairs from the club. So the producer was just like, I think he was like, the beat was on his phone, and he just played it to him. It was like, this sounds alright. And yeah, they went up to record, and it took like 10 minutes. Man's got like one of the biggest songs ever.
Yeah, and he's got a baddest.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you like Nigerian guys.
Yeah,
Did you like Burna? But yeah, Burna Boy, he's actually like.
No, he's the guy.
Do you know what makes me laugh? Do you know he's going for that Wizkid crown?
Yeah, but for me, because
Wizkid is still massive.
I saw both of them live like a couple of weeks in between, and like. Even though, I'll say it like this, Burna Boy is hotter than Wizkid at the moment.
Yeah.
But Wizkid is still that guy.
Yeah, that's what I think,
I've seen him, like, I saw them both, and like, I'll say Wizkid's show was like a 9, 10, and then Burna's was like a 8, like 7, I'd say. So like, Burna Boy, I do think he will get there, but Wizkid, he's still like the guy.
Because whenever I go back to Nigeria, like, and you're talking to like Nigerians, innit?
Yeah.
Like, the way they talk about Wizkid.
Yeah.
He's like Michael Jackson,
fam. He's reached that level, fam.
So Burna Boy, then people rate him, but Burna Boy is more rated by people like
international, isn't it? Yeah.
Because he's kind of like got that like reggae sound, kind of. Like that's why I like him. Finally, we got someone being authentically African, and it's fucking working. People need to realize you need to do that, like be true to yourself, and the right energy will come. Look, he's like proper authentic African. Yeah, but he's sick. So he's sick.
Yeah. Okay, my 3 are slightly different.
Did you ask
well, I'm
I don't know if I asked him to.
I'm saying the tree.
I don't know if I asked him to actually do it.
So yeah,
I'll
that's art collection.
That's
in April.
But yeah, my first one was I see how you guys are doing me.
Balenciaga denim.
Yeah, my first one was the intro, Big Conspiracy. Yeah. Just because it was actually you told me that was J Hus's sister, but. Yeah, she killed that hook. But yeah, I think her name's ICGMT.
Sick.
Yeah, vocals on point. I was like, serious.
Thing. It's in the blood.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Them two and Pastor Lou need to make a song.
Fam, that would be incredible.
They don't even re-spit. Everything be like, this
one vocal through the song.
It's a one note.
Yeah, but my second song was Triumph, which is like J5, who's like, he was the executive producer of the producer. Fam.
In the UK.
Fam. I'm gonna have to co-sign that.
Fuck, bro.
Except for Council and Joe.
Nope, don't care. That guy, bro, what he does, his stuff is like live music.
Yeah, that's what makes the album sick. Yeah.
It's not even like a synthetic, these things are live music.
Yeah.
Like, he's sick, J5.
Yeah, then the last one was the outro, Deeper Than Rap, just because, like, even the whole concept of the album, Big Conspiracy, you kind of like, when you listen to the whole thing, you kind of understand it, because you're just saying a lot of stuff that people kind of know, but I think they're afraid to say it. Like, that's what I like about J Hus. He's fearless, basically. Like, he says what he wants. Even you might hate it, you might love it, but at least he's being true to himself. Kind of what you said about Burna Boy. He's like authentically African, even though he was born in the UK. You can tell like he's an African, innit? Like through his music. So yeah, like that for me is like the best album I've heard in a while. Like literally.
I don't know though. I'll be honest. Like I think just because the bar that J Hus has set, is so like it's so high. Yeah. But the problem is.
But you know what? Most people say Common Sense is a classic, but
but Common Sense is okay. As an all-round album, Common Sense is probably a classic. I'll be honest. Like what that did to the streets, the streets. Yeah. But like this album, my thing is, it's just not. I don't think it's as memorable. Yeah. I think it's technically.
No, but you know,
it's technically sick. Yeah. It's got it's as a sort album. I think that album and M Hunter's album are very similar.
No, I disagree.
No, they're not similar. I mean, they're both doing the same kind of thing. Yeah. They're good albums. Yeah. They're made well. They sound good. Production's on point. Vocals on point. Bars on point. But they're not the best project that both the artists have done. So it's kind of underwhelming. Yeah. But
for me, I was like one of the few that I didn't really mess with Common Sense as a whole because I started listening to his music early. So I know before that I listened to the 15th Week, which was like his debut mixtape, and for me that was like my thing in it. I used to.
What I realized? I think I know what it is. You're a thug. You're a road man. So you basically liked when all he was talking about was rapping and shotting and.
No, but he had like he had like Warm It Up.
He had one.
No, he had a couple. He had Dubai.
That was drill before drill. That album is pretty.
But I thought that was raw, but I feel like with this, even though it's more similar to Common Sense, like for me it flows better than Common Sense. Common Sense had the bigger tunes, but this one just flowed better for me.
I just think J5's production on this one is the best production I've heard.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. It is like those that is amazing. This is not good. That's when I realized J Hus is on a different level to all these niggas. He's thinking.
You hear like mad live instruments just coming out. You see
one saxophone come out of nowhere. You're like, bro, this is meant to be the hood music. Yeah. Like he's sick.
No, big up J5. Big up J5. But yeah, no, like
15K a beat, by the way, just putting it out there.
Yeah, fam, he's eating.
15K, shit.
He's eating.
Yeah. How much you charge?
I don't even know, I wish I knew.
I just throws out numbers.
Yeah, that'll be 100. Yeah.
Talk after the talk.
But yeah, no, like I think.
To be fair, do you know the thing about J Hus that I'm happy about? The fact that he'll be performing at Wireless.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That segue.
Yeah, that was cheeky. That was cheeky.
See that segue?
That was mad.
That was cheeky still.
I thought about that. I was sick. But yeah, with the Marco just went for a shit.
But yeah, no, Wireless. I got tickets came out last week. I even though Wireless is bait, I'll definitely give it that. It's just I like it, innit?
Right, I went there once,
Wait, what year? What year?
I think it was the year that you'll notice it was the year that Young Thug performed in that fucking mad tent.
Oh yeah, no, I heard that was mad though.
I was in that tent. Fam! That was not something I enjoyed.
I feel like that was 2016.
Bro, that was hot, bro. It was bare popping off everywhere, bro. Yeah. I saw bare man in beef.
Oh yeah.
Bare man in beef, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, 2015, I saw some guy get his chain taken, basically.
Yeah. Bro, it's hot in there, bro. So I was in that Young Thug tent, bro. Like, it was so packed. I've never seen anything like
but that was when, it was lit. That was when Young Thug was on fire.
Bro, I was like, this is like the noise was, but it still was hot. You couldn't really get vibey like that. I was even by myself at one point.
Yeah, no, you get lost there, fam.
I was lost in the sauce.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like the lineup was decent still. So I'll go first. And my top three is probably
Marco's back from his shit.
Yeah, my top three performers I'm looking for this guy.
A$AP Rocky's shit. Sorry.
Not A$AP Rocky.
Wow.
But,
wow.
Actually, you've already mentioned Young Thug, but I saw him last year as well, and like he did his this was the main stage, and he killed it.
No, he is sick.
Well, we still on Wireless. Yeah, we are.
We're
Yeah.
on to wireless after a fantastic segue. What the heck? Don't ever do that again.
Oh my god.
Ever do that. Nigga, I'll get you replaced.
Fam. That's why I talk on the podcast. I can't sing in it, but anyway.
He just spits.
I just spit in it. Man's just preaching.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my second performer, obviously, he's headlined Wireless a couple times now, but Skepta. And I think the reason he's always headlining is because his show is sick. Like, simple as that.
And that's his end.
Yeah, it's ends as well, so he knows the vibe. Like, I've seen him. I saw him twice in the last 2 years. I saw him at his headline show in 2018. So that was at Printworks, which is like, if you guys don't know, that used to be like a actual Printwork where they printed magazines. So it's like huge. Like, I think it must be the biggest warehouse in the UK.
One day.
Fam.
I love that place. I've never been and I really want to play there one day.
Looks like a mad place.
It's sick. I've been there a couple times. Like, it's one of the best venues in London.
Some venues that I can't lie to you, it's kind of weird. I don't like going to because it makes me depressed that I want to play here. So yeah, that's one place. I'm speaking out to existence. That's happening.
Yeah. No, that venue's sick. But then the last one was I think it's kind of a bait one again, but Meek Mill, he's headlining on Sunday, and I think
that'd be good.
like his energy,
him, you know?
people love him. Yeah, he shouts in it, but you know what it is, that energy kind of
I respect him now since he come out of pen.
Yeah, he's doing obviously a lot of the prison reform work, which is
because he knows you got shagged.
Yeah,
and then Nicki just
yeah, I know. Quick slide. It's not quite a segue, so I'll call it a slide.
Oh, so weird. Why are you like this?
Quick slide.
This guy came with no socks, you know.
But yeah, this weekend I watched Free Meat, which is, if any of you man or gal got Amazon Prime. Sick.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
You should watch it. 6 series.
You have to pay for it because you know Amazon Prime. You have to pay
no, that one's free on there.
See?
Yeah, I know about the free things. I know. But yeah, basically it's like I think 5 episodes, but it documents Meek Mill's case, which is in a small amount of words. He basically was on what did they call it, probation for like 11 years. 11 years. Like, and he at the time he got that, he thought it was calm because he could have gone to jail for that a long time. But as we saw through his career, obviously when you're famous and you're from the streets, you're gonna make mistakes. So he's been in and out for that time. But yeah, like the injustice is mad, basically. Like,
mad.
To be fair, at least I'm happy for him. He's performing. He's doing something. He's like turning his life around. Him and Gucci, man. Yeah, some.
the biggest glow ups.
Yeah, like going to prison, busting, man. Still,
yeah.
They actually busted.
Yeah.
Them two. But yeah, I'm still not trying to go there. Cool. So me, once I just want to put out there as well. Went once, don't ever want to go again. Unless I'm going like backstage or I'm DJing or it's free. Fuck me, that shit is facts. But I'll put down the artist. Obviously, I'll put down J Hus. It's his first time performing in ages, I swear.
Yeah, probably since the Drake when he came out of pen.
Yeah, so like his first time, and I think that's good for him, innit? Like,
well, he slightly said on Twitter that he was never gonna perform again.
Yeah, he would do it, but like, I'll tell you. Yeah.
No, but he on Twitter like a couple of days back, he was like, "Oh, you know what? I might go back on that." So,
do you know what it is? I'll be honest. He's gonna. I think he'll have the biggest reaction. I don't think people will realize.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Go, but then not everyone will realize how many people are going. It's gonna be crazy. J Hus, bro, like deep in new album. It's J Hus.
Yeah.
It's J Hus in it. Yeah. Like, you get gassed. I'll put Skepta just again because you know he does his thing.
Yeah.
His backyard garden. Anytime I see Skepta, creative performer, shows on madness. It's got BBK there, and then Migos. Because Migos, I think this might seem a little weird thing because of the sun. It's gonna be sunny.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna make everyone think they're in America.
Miami, baby. So, yeah, but quick segue. This one.
I got another segue. Shit.
No, this is a quick. We'll go back. But yeah, Migos show in Nigeria is probably. I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but it's probably the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like complete and utter just pandemonium.
Bro,
like,
that's what I know. This is something I'm so happy about. Which means Nigeria, you can do these things.
Yeah.
Stop being so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, artists, whenever they want to blow now,
Yeah.
the Americans, they go Nigeria.
Yeah,
Clocks
still.
they perform there and they blow.
Yeah.
So Meg Thee Stallion went there. Like when you're on your come up,
Yeah.
for some reason you have to come to Nigeria. I don't know why. Like Migos did it. Remember just before they bust.
Yeah.
Came Nige. Then they like.
They even shot a video out there, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Or Hemingway it was. It was a t-shirt.
It's a banger though.
Like, it's a banger.
It's a banger.
Cool casting.
Yeah.
Like they did like Lagos like on the strip.
Yeah.
So the Dead Man, Meg Thee Stallion, who else? Skepta, even remember these resurgence came. Notes like people go Nigeria on their come up to, which I like. But the country is so.
Well, it's a big black economy. Obviously, we know most like West African countries there's corruption in it, but still like you got now even Ghana's becoming that with like artists
even
coming
Ghana,
through.
they've signed a 5-year deal with
Afro Nation. So I think
to be that's good, man, because it's gonna become a thing where people can start going there and treating Africa with a different perspective now. Yeah, because always the poor man mud hut and bullshit. If you know you can go there and rave.
Yeah, like, no, I was there in it.
Like Marco from being racist.
Yeah, but first of all,
this guy.
He's not a racist. He's a lovely guy. Before anyone.
Exactly. I have black friends.
Exactly.
I've got that one black friend.
I got black friends.
My best friend's Tyrone.
Yeah, at least got a gun. Why never tell the police?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not snitch. What about you? What's your 3 eyes?
Pop Smoke.
Oh shit! Sorry.
When Dior comes on,
yeah.
When Dior comes on,
I'm after. Sorry to cut you off.
So was that a reload?
Yeah,
oh shit! Okay, cool.
To cut you off. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, Pop Smoke's. Pop Smoke's.
When Dior comes on, you're gonna have hood man just running like.
Oh wait, I'm gonna bring another. How do you guys feel about the baby as well?
Oh,
the baby's cold.
The baby might be the.
Rap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but that's his thing, you know. His thing is like, I want everyone to hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it actually sounds sick.
He's barring. He's like flowing.
Skepta as well. Yeah. That's me. But Pop Smoke's gonna be. Yeah, I need to shoulder shake and foot shake to that.
You trying to hit wireless?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, shout me. Me, you will go fuck this nigga.
Yeah. And we haven't got his money anyway.
The airtime in the spot. Right there. Nah, but I like it.
I hate it so much.
I enjoy that air.
That was a long.
That was a long time.
That was a long time.
But yeah, kind of on like on the baby, I kind of had him like a dark horse kind of performer because I think he's never been to the UK and like so a lot of people know him, but a lot of people as well going to wireless they wouldn't know him. So when he performs, I just feel like that surprise and like when it's like the first time you're not so sure, but like from the live shows I've seen, he's been sick.
I think that as well. I was just thinking the other day. I feel like there's more US rap that's coming out now that isn't on that kind of. I know it's kind of called mumble rap, but more people are coming out as actual lyricists now. Yeah, like they're actually trying to spit. They're actually trying to like sound vocal in it.
Even I don't know if you checked Moneybagg Yo. His last
Moneybagg Yo sick.
That's an example of a southern artist.
Ever listening to an artist called Moneybagg Yo. I'll tell you that.
But you actually love the album. No, you would love the album.
Moneybagg Yo. I've seen it as well. Nah,
you know what?
You actually love the album.
Okay.
Am I ignorant or something?
No, it's just bang. Even me, I didn't really feel him before, but like it seemed like he was just in his bag on this one.
Although I'm just going to say it because I don't know, we have a platform and I don't even know if he is performing at Wireless, but there's one artist that I want to leave in the 2010s. Lil Yachty.
Oh, Lil Yachty.
I know you.
Oh my days. It's trash. It is so bad. You know what? The whole thing with... So obviously that whole quote unquote mumble rap scene, I hate that term anyway, but that whole scene like QC with like the Migos, Lil Yachty, like all that kind of lot. I guess you can kind of say Playboy Carti, but I think more he's like relying on his beats really. But I definitely think Lil Yachty is just like, I don't know, his last few projects have just been shit.
No,
you actually listen to his projects, you're a dickhead.
No, but I listen to them. I listen to them because like you see a few features on there and you're like, it's all right.
That's the thing. He gets all the features.
I'd rather listen to drum and bass, bro. Than listen to that shit. Fuck that.
Drum and bass.
I bang that as well on my way to work. A little bit. Sorry, we're digressing. I've got a dark horse slapping the ring. This dark horse.
Who's your dark horse?
ASAP Rocky.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Ooh.
Straight facts. That shit gonna be fire.
Oh yeah, nah.
Like,
Fire.
Like deep it, yeah. You need to think strategic.
Nah, the crazy thing. So
She's buff. I
No,
mean,
go
she's a fantastic human being.
this guy.
She's a fantastic human being. She's buff.
Well, on the
Say
inside,
that.
yeah.
Nah, she's done. She's got cheeks. Mad thing. Anyway,
Cheeks.
she's got cheeks for days. So yeah, she's gonna be there. She
Yeah.
can rap. She got like one of the biggest songs out at the moment. Girls love her because she like about women empowerment, which is good.
Yeah.
And it's like she's like a strong, independent black woman.
Yeah.
Good, nice. But I never want to go there because she's buff. But I never want to go there
Yeah.
because they know there's gonna be bad girls there because bad
Yeah.
girls are gonna go see Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
No, of
That's
course.
gonna be
There.
That'd be sick.
ass,
I'm there.
water, ass, sunlight. It's gonna be like carnival. So that's gonna be a dark horse. I've got one, but I think I'm gonna take it back. Because I don't think it. But IMDb, but I don't really think.
Has she put out music recently?
Yeah, she put out like a short, like 3-track EP during Christmas. There was one banger on there, to be fair, but
I don't know if it's kind of that maybe she's not getting the press
Ooh,
that she used to, but I don't know.
do you know? Are they performing for Cadet? They are in it, I swear.
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh, no, that was what they did last year, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, not bad.
yeah, but nah, another like obviously we've discussed them before, but I feel like M Hunter live as well, as you said with the sun, that kind of trap wave music. It's just gonna be a sick vibe.
Exactly. My niggas will be smoking. I don't even know what that would be like.
Yeah, nah,
Actually, who was it? Was it M Hunt? I don't know if it was M Hunter or Hedy that had Nav on their project.
Oh, Heady One, yeah,
Hedy one.
yes, on Swerve. With
Yeah, that tune was
Yeah,
like
that's a banger
so
still.
sick. I think that Nav is another hook artist, but when Nav does a hook, it's sick. It's different.
But yeah, quick segue. Did you guys see like when Tiffany Carver was DJing out in Paris? Yeah,
And when she was at
Heady
her
One came
event? Oh,
out.
no, don't worry.
Yeah. No, I went to the event. Still was live. Yeah, but I'm at Spices in the film. But
What was that meant to be?
What the fuck?
What is that segue?
no, you didn't let me finish.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Heady One came out,
Oh, my
performed,
days.
and like a guy in the mosh pit did a backflip. Like, and it was just it was mad still.
Yeah, that sounds like an art collection event.
Yeah. But yeah, are we gonna get into the mess now? Like,
Oh,
what
my
do you
day.
say?
Oh, God, you dropped me in it. That's not even the segue. That's a harsh stop. That's a handbrake. Yeah, so I guess, I was talking to these guys fairly recently, probably about a month ago, about like how it's very hard for up and coming artists to get booked in cities, especially London. You don't have these cases up north, really. Like Manchester, there's a lot of love up there for like different music. Same with like, I guess you could kind of say Leeds as well, and even some of the student unions are always booking like up and coming artists. But basically, there's a list going round that is just being like, it's almost like part of a spreadsheet. Oh my days. A part of that is almost part of a spreadsheet of just like the same, I want to say male and female, because I don't want to call out anyone in particular, but male and female DJs that are just being circulated for the same events. All of the agencies are kind of in bed together anyway. And that to keep lineups neutral, basically there's like 10 female DJs on one list that is just being sent round, everything from Outlook to events that are happening in London. And also there's a lot of fuckery that goes on with certain big events, I won't mention by name, that are basically only booking the same group because they're either boys with them, they're friends with them, they're in the same Illuminati circle, and that's it. So I kind of want to get you, like, your guys' take on all of that. Plus, how do you think that? I mean, I know that people have this issue in New York that basically there's an inner circle group that all get the bookings, but like, what do you think needs to change in London for people like even like myself, Jides, people we know through radio, people we know that are playing like in clubs because they can't get bookings? Like, what do you guys think about that whole thing?
I think personally, like, I think what people need to start doing is just like, you need to take the power away from like these kind of like lists or whatever, innit? But it's fucking hard because people ain't trying to hear when you want to play here and there. Like, I think we find sometimes when I'm trying to book stuff, I have to book it in a certain kind of way in it. I can't just go approach someone like, look, yeah, I played here, played there. Can I play here? Can I play at your event? People always gonna try and move funny about shit.
Yeah.
So I think always doing a thing where you need to create your own lane as the best way to protect your own brand, innit? Protect your own your own path. Because I think one thing we do a lot, which is good, we played in like smaller places, built our way up. But like where we get the opportunity, we make sure we're doing the best product, exactly. So that you know that okay, cool, we can book these guys, and we know it's gonna be the same things that we said. Remember, we started like playing Peckham levels on a Thursday. Yeah. To then going on a Friday, to them only booking us on a Saturday. Same with Brixton Jam. They gave us the small room for an hour, to they gave us the whole room, now they give us the main room, now they give us literally the main room, innit? All just because like the product we've given is good. The only issue is trying to get that foot in the door in the first place. Because a lot of these places are not trying to hear it. They're not trying to
unless
hear it.
Unless you know someone, innit?
Bro,
definitely.
The only reason I played at certain things is because I've literally spoken to man,
exactly.
I'm chatting to man, I'm even like, you know what I mean, gassing man up that you don't even want to, and it's because you meet good people like that. It's always good to meet good people, but you also meet people that are full of shit. Full of shit. People that are worse than you at what you do, but are playing in like certain clubs. And I don't hate in it. I'm always like, do your thing, always get your coin. I always tell someone, if you don't think you're as good at the job as someone else, but still do your thing because you're there for a reason.
100.
It's up to that person to get there. But like when you do see it as a DJ, sometimes it's fucking frustrating. I'm hearing people can't blend, fam. Simple beat match, bro. People can't do it yet, and they're earning free.
But this is the thing that annoys me, though, because like there's DJs out there that have spent years on their craft in it, and then you've got again, not naming names, but there's DJs that cannot mix that are getting booked.
Do it, bro.
They're getting booked and being paid 500 quid.
Flagging on live stream. I'm not even gonna say. Like, it's just like, and things that I don't care if you're hearing this. I'm not even aiming at anyone, but if you're hearing this and you're thinking I'm aiming at you, then you need to go practice. Because I'm not even aiming at anyone. Do you know what I mean? Niggas can't blend, and it's such an easy thing to do, but it's such a disrespect for the craft. Because they can get bookers anywhere, anyhow.
But do you think, I mean, a lot of the messages I've had, because I've been kind of, it's kind of why I kept saying about like putting out things out to the universe today, but I basically said about law of attraction in it, like you say things to put it out there and it kind of happens eventually. But I put out this thing about playing on Boiler Room, and I was just like, I want to be on like a Bass and Perks lineup, like I make quote unquote club music. And bare people replied saying like, oh, you know, you've got to be part of a certain group to get onto there. So I guess, do you guys think that with the scene in London for DJs as it is, they're just playing it safe, or B, they're just going to keep booking their friends, keep booking the same people, and that's
playing it safe. Even like, not to blow our own trumpets, but today, like one of my boys was like, Art Collection's the only night I like, innit? Because a lot of these nights you go to, it's just the same DJs, the same music, the same formula, the same vibe. So it's like, it's only like, obviously we're lucky, we know people like in like the club industry or whatever, so like it's only because we know them personally, that's why we've got the shot. But there's other collectives, there's other DJs out there that are probably as good, better than a lot of the people that are playing out there, but just because they don't know someone personally there's no opportunity. Because, and even those like people we ain't naming, like they all know each other, so that's why it's able to just stay the same, innit?
Do you know how many times, like, even, let's say, when I was starting up, coming out, obviously finished uni, coming out to London, they'll hit up people, innit? You get fucking, you get air, innit? People not trying to hear it. And the thing is, what's frustrating about me, innit? I'm someone that, like, when I said that if I ever do get to a position where I can help people and put people on, I always do it, because it don't come at no cost to you, innit?
Exactly.
I've had, like, we've had lineups where I've told you, let this person like open up, whatever, or even like with yourself that you started DJ now. It wasn't a thing that me and Marco were like, you know, some thing of, oh no, you can't play.
No, but you know what the test is though, and this is a test that I did a few years ago. So when I was living in Kent, I put out I think it was like a Facebook post, and I put out, I'm starting to run nights at this club. Suddenly, I had probably over like 100 comments from DJs, producers, everyone saying, yeah, I'll come along.
Yeah.
And then the minute that I send them a
Sometimes,
tune, it's just air. And it's just like that. That is kind of the issue right now. Is that so like when I first put out one of those tweets, kind of not like flaming anyone or whatever, just like personal, I guess, like trying to like get perspective on things and why I'm not getting bookings.
Yeah.
Basically, I put a tweet out saying I'm not getting any bookings. I don't know why. The same lineups are popping up everywhere, and one certain individual who kind of came up as part of this recent conversation basically said, if you want more bookings, you need to put on your own events.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
But we already do. That don't matter.
No, I saw that. I saw that.
Like,
I saw that. I was like,
to that person, we already do. So
that's
stuff yourself.
So I mean,
But that's not even in the argument.
But this is my energy in 2020. So like, as a collective, we've got art collection.
Yeah.
We're gonna put new DJs on. We're gonna make sure that we have the podcast. We're gonna have new events coming up every other month, or every month when we get there. But the one thing that I won't stand for, I guess, in this scene is people just feeding off of one small list of DJs and not looking out.
Sure.
Because the thing is, there are a lot of DJs from different backgrounds, different genres, male, female, white, black, gay, whatever, like that will happily go and play in a club for 50 quid and be very, very happy with that.
How many clubs I've like looked and I was like, I'll just play it for free.
Yeah.
Like things with me, P has never really been like as a DJ, has never been something I've really been motivated by. If that makes any sense.
But the thing is also
like, think about how many times as a DJ, let's say yourself, where you play a boiler, like not boiler room, you play at this place for like one event for free just for the opportunity.
Oh no! Like so, I'll be transparent. Even like when I went to Paris, I took a fee of like a couple of £100, but that paid for my hotel and train.
Yeah.
I did not earn anything off the back of that. It was just because I wanted to go there so bad, just to go and play it. But the thing is, this is my problem with the whole thing. So yeah, it's definitely not about P's. Like even if someone's like, I only want 50 quid, I will pay you 200 to come down.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, your worth as an artist is more than just some like fucking dickhead like trying to book you for like.
Even whenever we like put events on and anyone that we've like say DJ with, well we split the P same way. Like,
Exactly.
Because you're opening up. Yeah, what we'll do is that we'll eat the change. Yeah. And then just thanks for coming in it. Yeah. Table, bust your drink.
That's it. You got to pay artists, isn't it?
It's just comedy. Like for me, like always saying it, like me playing that booking to at least just cover my like trade, like Uber.
At least.
But even then, like sometimes I've held like when I first started this thing, I've held L's when I came down to London. I remember one time, this is proper cliche. I played a 5 a.m. Like setting it. Mad. 5 a.m. and I was not even drunk because I had a game in it, so I was like, and I played a 5 just to get out there in it. Yeah. Obviously, I'm never doing that shit again.
I've done that before.
That was not fun. I was like, fuck that. But like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's the.
No, you gotta pay your dues, though.
What's annoying is that some people don't have to do that. Yeah. They don't have to do them sets. They don't have to travel to. But I remember I had to travel to Brighton to do a set once.
Shit.
Yeah, it was lit though. It was fucking sick. Big up G Save. Sick. I need to go back there. But still, do you know what I mean? I had to travel all the way there. I can get sets in Brighton, but I can't get sets in London. Yeah.
But that's the thing is, I don't know why. I mean, I've been speaking to like DJs about it anyway, and they say like in London especially, it's so saturated that like you're just going to have better bookings elsewhere. I've had like the most amazing nights in Bristol and Manchester, like sick every single time.
It's funny. I think like someone like bro, obviously I used to get booked in London, but I'll go anywhere, fam. Like fuck it, like, just travel about.
It's the experience, isn't it?
Because you get to travel to different places, meet different people, and you actually meet people that appreciate your music or your craft, for example.
Yeah, for real. Which
is sick. I remember when I went up to Hull to play one event last year, and then I got to like some pre-drinks in it for like the DJ society there, and then like one guy was like, "Oh, I've got this new tune," and then he started playing like one pack he sent out that day in it. And I was like this, yeah. He goes, yeah. I was like, oh, swear.
Oh, shit.
I was like, this man was going like this. I got this because, you heard this guy going, I'm like this. Swear.
Is he good?
He goes, he's decent. I was like, oh, swear, mad. So he's a good tuner. I was like, saying that. I just thought,
that's true.
No, that is mad. That is mad.
I was just laughing.
But that's the thing. That's the thing is, like, I guess a lot of us aren't aware of, like, how much online presence you have. Like even you, like with, you know, when you were doing like your radio shows and even like mixing now, there might be people out there as well that are like, oh shit, like this guy's sick.
That's always make sure, bro, whenever you're playing out or like anything you release, bro, just make sure it's fucking good quality. Yeah. You never know who's listening.
Yeah, people remember that kind of stuff.
And it's, you've seen obviously with your like the projects, all the stuff you're putting out, like practice you're putting out like more consistent, and you're getting like good feedback in it.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean,
I always buy his shit as well. Fuck, man, it's expensive, bro.
Yeah, no,
stop putting shit out.
Expensive.
Bro.
You know what? You know what it is? Because I was putting out so many like edits and free downloads for such a long time.
£1.25. Okay, £8. Oh, stop putting shit out, bro. Fuck.
No, you know what? I'm on like an originals only thing at the moment. So
that's good though. You need to do that.
But I am gonna put out an edits tape in like a few months' time. I'm just waiting. So I'm finalising a release on a label.
I'll be honest, bro. You need to be like selective who you give that to. You don't want some people to get it, you know. Fuck it.
So you know what? I'm gonna, because the promos will go out 2 months before. Then that's when I submit it to like platforms for like promoting it and all of that shit. Because I'm basically my own like PR person right now with it. I hear that. But you have to be. That's the thing that people don't understand. Because the thing,
if you don't believe in your own stuff, how can someone else believe in it? So.
But there's actually 2 DJs on the big up actually, because I think so. Oblig put up this really good tweet earlier. I might have been today or yesterday, but he basically said like, I prefer DJing on radio way more to clubs. But the thing that I respect about him and even Marcus Nasty as well is that they're always putting on new MCs, new DJs, like always looking out there to find like the next like talent basically. So big up those 2.
People don't just like I don't know why people why they don't just do that, bro. And the thing is that you can tell people that don't want to put people on. They put people that are really boss on, and that's just you defeat the whole object of it. Yeah. It's just frustrating, but for me, like I said, if you can't, you're not getting put on. Create your own lane. Us man, we couldn't really get like nights like that, so you just put our own night on. Didn't have a tracksuit, so we made one. I didn't have no jumpers in my room, so I made one. Facts.
Wear your own garms.
Exactly.
Like we do.
I love doing that.
Listen to your own music.
I only play music I like to listen to, so I listen to my music. You should get that on a t-shirt, I swear.
I should, you know, in quotes. In quotes from Armour.
Armour. A-Dog.
A-Dog.
But I think that is definitely like a good mantra. Like if no one's giving, just in anything you're doing, if no one's giving it to you,
go and take it.
Especially now with Google, YouTube, like you can actually do it yourself. But like
you have to be your own biggest fan, which sounds like corny in itself. But the thing is, if you really care about your music, you don't have to pay someone to do your PR. You don't have to pay someone to do your press for you. Just grab every single email address that you can see on Twitter. It's all in their bios. Message them, DM them, whatever. I just keep chasing. That's it.
Even me, I've really been active like on radio. Like, also, I haven't even been on radio. Trying to get back on. Anyone wants to pick me up, I am ready to go. But I still get people emailing me like, "Oh, Jazz, what are you saying? I've got this new music." I'm just like, bro, like you don't know if I could be one day you send me that I'm sitting with Drake or some shit. I'm like, "Oh, Drake, look at this guy." Just
like it's a quick platform.
He goes, "Yeah, Jazz, that's cool, man. Let's go make this money."
Let's go make this money.
It's just rapping on drill.
Good.
Oh god, that war tune. Oh my god, have you spoken about that?
No, I haven't, but I like it still.
Oh,
nah, it's a Heady One flow. You know what's mad? He rapped like Heady One. That Heady One went to jail.
I know, man's trying to take his powers.
Drakey One,
like Kirby.
What's it
Drakey One.
Don't say. What's wrong with you? You can't say that, bro. You know what he said?
What you say?
Say that Kobe flow.
No, I said Kirby.
Oh my god, that's peak.
That's fucking boring,
Rest in peace, Kobe.
R.I.P. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Don't you know who Kirby is?
Yeah, I know who Kirby is. Don't worry. You're about to.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We've got 5 minutes. I'm already tasting that Rudy. So what were you saying? Yeah, I'm pumped.
Let's wrap it. Okay, yeah.
Segue.
We're back anyway. As we said before, next art collection event, April 30th.
We won't have nothing before then.
We should have something before then.
I was about to say.
Fingers crossed.
Exactly. It might be a little thing.
Little.
Or it might be a cheeky club night.
You never know. It might just pop up on your socials.
It might just be in your house.
You never know. We might do a little house party. But yeah, we're out. You need to go Rudy's and fuel up.
Don't know. Bless.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.